We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing back, bro. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer! Run that thing back. Nah, man. Stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
Raven the GS.
J, one further to Cybernuts.
And welcome to today's reaction. We've got, oh my goodness. I don't know why I started there with man's name, you know.
Wow.
Grumman. Oh, God.
Whoa!
Yeah, you know.
Whoa!
So what's going on? I'm going to say Del Toro, because you know who man is. Cabinet of Curiosities.
Let me just put some respect on my man's name,
yes,
yeah?
I said it's
Guillermo del Toro, yeah?
There you go.
Alright, cool.
I ain't
That
got the
is...
fluent tongue or whatever.
That,
I'm bad with pronunciation, we know this. I'm sorry. I apologize. It happens. Not everyone's good at English, you know? It's mad, but guys, you are good at knowing dates and stuff. The 27th of August, we've got the Prey watch along. Guys, come down to the TCN HQ. It's going to be mad because we're going to be reacting with you here. Get your tickets. Go email events@cybernuts.com and say what your best
Predator movie is.
There you go.
And your name.
And we'll see you here because it's going to be lit. I'll be chatting nonsense. Jay will be praying for me. And Raven will just be mocking me because that's what we do.
I mock you!
I mean, when you don't.
You're the one who's moving mad, and I'm the one who's mocking you.
Bro, that's life.
I'm trying to help you.
I try as well. I try. But
just come and hang out with this guy, man. That's all you need
just
to
me.
do.
Just
Come and hang out with him.
Everyone's going to be here.
I'll be here,
There
really.
you go, Raven. You're going to be
I'll
here?
be here.
I hope so. You're going to be
I'll
here.
be back there.
Oh,
I'll be back there.
You'll be back
somewhere.
there. Well, right now, let's see the first look at this. Oh my goodness!
Cabinet of Curiosities is a show that I always wanted to make. In this anthology, we gave ownership of each episode to the directors.
Action.
Each of the episodes has a whole world. They present you with different delights. Some are savory, some are sweet. You get a surprise from each of the bites.
Not the baby fan. yo,
We wanted to create beautiful, practical creatures.
Good.
With all the artistry that goes into creating a great monster. We achieved some of the most remarkable images in the series. With Cabinet of Curiosities,
No.
what I'm trying to say is, look, the world is beautiful and horrible at exactly the same time.
Yo! Wait, he just said each episode daily.
Did it?
Yeah, bro, at the end.
Leading up to Halloween, isn't it? Start October 25th. 6 episodes to the 31st. Sounds like what Del Toro, Guillermo would do, bro. What did you call him? You didn't even get that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
The G to the L to the M O.
Bruv.
The G to the
Man.
what?
To the L to the M O. But the fact that I thought this was going to be his anthology, yeah, but the fact that there are other people that got the mind like him is, like I said, beautiful and what do you say? Beautiful and dangerous or
Whatever that is.
Horrifying,
horrifying.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Whatever. No, man, this is his thing, innit? Like, he's always doing this kind of madness, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? It's like, for me, my favourite Del Toro movie is The Shape of Water. Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
never got to watch that, you know.
well, that's my favourite one. Like, I really like it. And I just like, I think in that, it takes the fantasy. There's not really, the horror element's not really there. But, well, there is a horror element. But that gets into the whole social narrative. Anyway, I like the movie. That's my favourite movie. And I think my issue with his movie is it gets into horror, but it never goes deep enough.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It
Like,
stays in that
fantasy.
That fantasy,
dark
yeah,
fantasy
yeah.
world.
I would like his thing to go Blumhouse. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If Del Toro teamed up and done a Blumhouse movie, probably be the best like horror monster movie thing of like ever on like a £2 million budget or something like that. Probably be crazy. But yeah, I love his thing. But he'd probably never do that because he said he wouldn't do Pacific Rim, the sequel or something because they didn't give him enough money to do Crazy Monsters or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
can imagine.
Something like that.
Like the thing with Del Toro's mind when it comes to this dark fantasy. Like, I
Tell
don't
man
think,
about his mind. Tell us about his mind.
like, I don't.
Tell us about man's mind.
Like, I just don't think like there's enough people out there who's just like is able to just showcase the way he showcased. I remember watching Pan's
Labyrinth.
for the first time, and I was just like, bro. By the end, I was like, bro, what did I just watch? Like, I just was not ready for that movie at the time, and it just spun me in such a way that like whenever movies like that he creates, like I'm just like, yeah, like I'm all in simply because the way you just have this mind that it's not common. Do you know what I'm saying? When it comes to like dark fantasy, much like you're saying, like, yo, it doesn't go into horror, but it just stays in this realm, and you always get it, like it doesn't change. You know, it makes it better, but it never leaves that realm.
It's interesting because Pan's Labyrinth, I like that as well, and I'll lean that more on the Shape of Water side where it's like it's fantastical, but I think there's actually a deep narrative in there
Right.
that I think is super legit, and the Shape of Water. That's what I took away from the Shape of Water as well.
Oh,
do you know what I'm
okay.
saying? And that's what I like. But then it's the other ones like Pacific Rimmies
Right,
that I'm just more like you're doing too much. Like.
Yeah, but don't you think that's like, oh, I just gotta work with the studio and then I get to do
Del
my
Toro-
own kind of thing.
Del Toro do whatever he wants, bro. Do whatever he wants, bro. He
Yeah,
wants to
he
do
wants to-
Pacific Rim.
I was about to say,
He
but-
wants to do. Trust me, he wants to do
Yeah, but
Pacific
But
Rim.
they don't need a budget of
Exactly.
$100
That's
million.
that's probably more what it is. If you want me to do your stupid kaiju movie, give me all the money and let me do any monsters
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
make.
well.
That's
because,
more
like-
so the negotiation. Not I'll do one thing. Not a Nolan. I'll do the Dark Knight and
Okay.
It's more of a let me play.
Oh,
Let me see what creatures I can make with your
expand
budget.
the
Yeah,
playground.
Yeah, give me
kind
your
of
monster.
thing.
Give me your monster people. What studio are you working with to
And
make
that's-
monsters? That's what his intrigue is probably better.
I
more
see.
so.
I see.
That's what I like about it the most. The practical effects, like man, just makes things look super real, even with like CGI. Like the world he builds, like man, which is way too much or read too much manga, bro. Way too much. You could tell. And like you said, the narrative as well. The three things I get from Del Toro, anything he does, those are the top three.
Yeah, like
It smashes
it's,
it.
the way you just mix it, like how do you, like Pan's Labyrinth? How do we get
Yeah, how do you get
from there to there, bro?
Mm.
Like the whole thing with the general, the kid, and the mom, and then two twos pulling something underneath the bed that looks like Groot in his own world. Like, bro, like what are we
Yeah.
watching? Like,
How
and
did you get there?
and this is where like his mind is just like it's just beautiful, dangerous,
The
scary
way-
place.
That,
bro.
that as a quote and a half, that's gonna stick with me now because it just explains him a
Bro,
lot to everything to a T.
like even the titles of each episode, bro, it's mad. I'm here for it.
So did this man's disciples, don't know where he found them, but yeah, these men are out here now. They're about to make episodes. So
Said disciples, you know.
bro, it's true. Like I said, I thought Del Toro was the only guy that could do something like this, but the fact that he's got people that can also dive in.
You know what? I'm pretty sure because there's books out there like that. He just happens to be the guy who's on this type of medium kind of thing. But yeah, there's people out there like that, bro.
Whew. And it's nuts. But guys, appreciate you for being here. Make sure you comment down below. What do you think of Del Toro in these movies? What's your favorite? What's your, I was gonna say least favorite, but is that even possible?
Pacific Rim.
Oh my goodness. You don't like it that much?
Still not fall asleep.
Pacific Rim's dead.
That was number 2.
Oh,
And
number
that's-
2's really dead. He
and
didn't do
that's
number
what it
2
is.
though,
Oh,
did
okay.
he? He didn't do
Yeah,
number
it is.
2. He didn't
Yeah.
do number 2. But number 1, not even number 1.
I think mine's Hellboy. Hellboy 2.
Nah, Hellboy 2's alright, man.
Is it? Is it? Which
The
one's
That's the one with
for
King
the Son of the
Arthur.
Army.
Isn't
That's
that
with
the
the
King-
same Aquaman in Shape of Water, fam.
Is it Aquaman 2? No, I didn't like Hellboy 2, you know.
I saw it was better than the first one.
I'm pretty sure Hellboy 2 is better than the first one, bruv.
The one
Hellboy's
where they do the King Arthur history, like the
when
beginning.
they do, yeah, when he's a little youth. No, that's the first one where they do.
No, that's not the first one. That's the
The
second one.
first one's where they do his origin, when they show him as a baby
Yeah.
and the doctor found him.
Yeah.
And what are you talking about, the King Arthur one? Oh, with the horns.
Yeah, right
They-
at the beginning, like the beginning of the movie, they do like the history behind it.
I think you're talking about the remake. Either way.
We're gonna have to watch
whatever,
Hellboy
yeah.
again.
Either way, whatever was horrible.
It's one of those
Too
ones.
many movies, man.
Anyway, pray watch along,
That's
27th, get here, be in the studio, sit not on the sofa but very close to it. Get me.
I will see you then. I'm sorry, Mr. Blitztech.
Revenue GS.
Jay! 1/3 of the Cybernodes.
Peace.